What's going on, y'all? Today I'm gonna give y'all a little tutorial about major chords, minor chords. Show you guys how to form a progression. So let's see, I got a SRX piano pulled up right here. Let's see, first thing you want to do, go to piano roll. Cool. So I already got it set on the root note set on F sharp. So we're gonna start on F sharp. So boom. So you hit your first note. When you want to form a minor chord, first thing you want to do is leave 2 spaces in between. So you got your first note and you count 1, 2, add another note. Then you count 1, 2, 3, add another note. So 2 spaces in between the first 2 notes, 3 spaces in between the second note and the third note. Another way you could look at it if you're using ghost notes, you see I started on the root note, whatever the ghost note, whatever key the ghost notes are in. See I started on the root note. You could skip one highlighted note and then add a note. Skip another highlighted note, then add another note on the next one. So that's one way to do a minor chord, or 2 ways actually. So you want to do a major chord, it's actually the opposite. So it'll be 3 spaces in between the first note and the second note. So you add your first note, then you count 1, 2, 3, then you add a note. Then you count 1, 2, add another note, and that's a major chord. And you hear the difference in the sound. So this is major. You want to do minor, move that note down 1, that's minor. Minor sounds more sad, major sounds more happy. So that's the basis for minor and major when you wanna form a chord and make a progression. Next thing you could do right here, once you have these 3, you could make a 5th, or no, a 7th. I'm sorry, you can make a 7th. So what you want to do is, see how you have 2 spaces between these notes and 3 spaces between these notes. Next, you're gonna skip again 2 spaces and add another note. And that's your 7. I'm not big on music theory or anything. I just know a little bit of the basics. I know a little bit of a little bit. But you know, we're here to make beats, so that'll be a 7th. And that'll make your chord sound a little more full, give your beats a different sound. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing you could do that a lot of people do, let's just start maybe like a little progression. So I'm doing the same thing here, skipping 2 notes, then skipping 3 notes, 3 spaces. So that's a little progression. What a lot of people do, they'll take this middle note on both of them. I'm on Mac, I'm hitting Command and Shift, so I'm highlighting both at the same time. Then Command up and raise that up an octave. It'll give it like a more fuller sound, so you'll see the difference. So let's take it back down. And you probably notice it more when you go lower. Let's see. This is how it would sound at first. Then you move them up. So just give it more of a range. Makes it sound like a little less boring, you know. So boom. Then we move those back. Another thing you could do right here is just move this up an octave. Take the bottom note and move it up an octave. You can do that for both of them if you want to. Or just one, just to make a different note. Or boom, you can skip right here, 2 notes like I said. Make a 7th. And then you can delete this note. and then it'll just be that's an A major chord now. Let's move this back here. Let's go ahead and make a full progression. So on this one, I'm gonna just copy this one over, and then let's see what else we come up with. Maybe copy both of them actually. Another thing I like to do, like say on the, so see how we got the same notes twice. On the second round, I'll move this down. Once again, I'll skip one highlighted note and put it on the next note. And you can even do the same thing with this. Let's take these and move them up. Now another thing I do is I take the bottom notes and I make bass notes. So you can take those, highlight them, drag them down an octave. It makes your melody sound more full. It gives it that bottom end. Like I said, you can mess with these and move them up and so different ways to manipulate the melodies. Once you have the notes, you could move them up octaves. You could turn them into a seventh. There's different ways to do it as long as you're staying in the scale. So I experiment, I play around with it. See if it sounds good. If it doesn't sound good, then I don't use it. And if it doesn't, you know, I use it and I keep note of what works. Sound like the way that note sounds. Then a lot of times the notes that worked in other chords that sound good should work with the same progression. So on a different chord, if that makes sense. So what I'm saying is, like, we use F sharp here. If you put F sharp here, it's most likely gonna sound good. Then once you have these, another thing you can do is move them around, manipulate them. I mean, you know, you can turn it into however you want. It doesn't have to be a straight, you know, all full length progression. You can turn it into a melody. So you can play with it like that, turn it into a melody. I mean, this is just basic, you know, showing you guys for example. You can make a melody that sounds much better than this. You can add top notes to it, so whatever in the scale, come back and add notes that's higher. Turn the tempo up. So you guys, just like that, you have a melody. Now I'm just using a regular piano. I mean, once you know, you can add reverb effects, make the melody fuller, use different sounds, add a pad, change the sound completely. Another thing I like to do, just to help you, not that, I'm sorry, even though that does work, I like to transpose. So right now it's in F sharp, might change it to A sharp. Get a whole different sound. Say I want to add a little reverb to the melody. Then once again, I showed you guys this. You want to Command A, then Option R, randomize the velocity a little bit, just give it that more realistic sound. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to give you guys a little quick melody on forming chords and chord progression, major chord, minor chord, just a little simple melody for the beginners and even advanced if it's, or you know, if you've been doing it for a while, it's something you might not know, or you just might have a different workflow. So just want to show you guys how I do it and how my mind works. So if you like this video, made it this far, then go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you like this video or what videos you want me to do. Until next time, man, signing out.